The Beast of Kozara, a dark tale from the shadows of war. In the dense, unforgiving wilderness of Kozara, where the mountain shadows stretch long, and the mist clings to the trees like a shroud, there is a name whispered in fear. A name passed from elder to child in the dead of night. The Beast of Kozara. It was 1942, deep into the Second World War. The Kozara mountain had become a fortress for resistance fighters, a place where the partisans took their stand against the advancing Axis forces. But as bullets flew and bodies fell, something far older, far darker, stirred in the forest. Something beyond the violence of men. Milan Juric, a young soldier in the resistance, had always dismissed the old stories. The tales of the beast were for children, he thought. But as winter set in, and the blood of war soaked into the soil, strange things began to happen. It started with the animals. First, the livestock, sheep and goats, were found ripped apart, their carcasses left to rot at the edge of the woods. Then, it was the wolves, predators themselves, hunted down and mangled by something far stronger. But it wasn't until the men started disappearing that the whispers of the beast turned into full-blown terror. One frigid night, a patrol of 6 soldiers was sent out to scout the forest. Only one returned. He stumbled into the partisan camp at dawn, wide-eyed and delirious, muttering about glowing eyes in the dark and a shadow that moved faster than any man or beast. His comrades had been picked off one by one, dragged into the forest by something they could barely see, something that smelled of blood and earth. His body was cold, yet his forehead burned with fever. He died 2 days later, his skin drained of all color, his final breath a whisper.
The beast, it haunts us.
The camp descended into chaos. Milan, who had scoffed at the legends, now felt a gnawing dread settle into his bones. Commanders tried to maintain order, but fear spread like wildfire. Some said the creature was a curse, the result of the slaughter that stained the mountain. Others claimed it was the forest itself, angry at the destruction brought by war, now taking its revenge. But one of the elders, a woman named Zora, who had lived her whole life on the mountain, said something different. She spoke of an ancient spirit. Vukodlak, the demon wolf. It had been trapped in the depths of the earth for centuries, chained by the old gods, but the violence of men had broken its bonds. Now it was free, hungry, and vengeful. Milan knew that the war had changed him, had made him numb to death. But this was something worse. One night, driven by a mix of duty and fear, he volunteered to go with a group of fighters to hunt the creature. Armed with rifles and torches, they ventured deep into the forest. The air was thick with silence, the kind that comes before a storm. Milan felt the weight of every step, the dark pressing in on him from all sides. And then they heard it, a low growl so deep it vibrated in their chests. The ground trembled beneath their feet. Before they could react, a massive shape lunged from the trees, faster than they could blink. Milan caught a glimpse of its eyes, glowing, amber, filled with rage. Bullets flew, but they might as well have been pebbles. The beast was unstoppable. In the chaos, Milan saw his comrades fall one by one until only he remained. Blood soaked the snow at his feet, and the beast circled him, its breath hot and foul. It was then that he realized the truth. This was not just a beast of flesh and bone. It was the embodiment of the pain, the fear, and the hatred that had consumed the land. It was the war itself, given monstrous form. With his final bullet, Milan aimed not at the creature but at the sky. A cry of defiance, a scream into the void, as the beast lunged. His body was found days later, torn and mangled like all the rest. But the Beast of Kozara, it was never seen again. Some say Milan's sacrifice had bound the creature back into the earth. Others believe it still roams the forest, waiting for the next time men's hearts grow dark enough to call it forth. But the people of Kozara never forget. On cold, quiet nights they still speak of the beast, a reminder that some evils born of blood and fire can never truly be killed, only buried.